The Coral Daily Download on Talk Sport with Coral. Your best bet for breakfast. Gambleaware.co.uk.
Good morning, Mr. Clare. How are we? Simon?
I'm very well, Ray. Very well, Alan. Just back from a couple of weeks in Spain. Nicely refreshed and ready for glorious Goodwood. It's a hard week of work ahead. Need some prep.
Some prep? How could you miss the King George?
Well, listen, something's got to give. You've got to have a couple of weeks, rest and recuperation. It's a busy old summer. I was out there watching the Euros final, Wimbledon, the Open. I mean, basically just sitting in front of a TV for 2 weeks in the sunshine. Mind you, I've missed a lot of good weather here, and I see that actually, I sort of looked confidently at the weather forecast for Goodwood, thinking, oi, sunshine ahead. And there seems to be a fair bit of cloud and rain.
I think it's a mixture, to be honest. Sunny, cloudy, the odd shower, I think. Nothing to worry about in the Coral Box.
The Brazil weather forecast always reassures me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, by the way, I don't know if you heard, City United in Beijing today has been called off. Sam will talk to the press, the New England manager as well today. Ray and I were looking through England's group. Of course, Scotland are part of that, but it should be a breeze for them, Simon.
Well, it should be. I mean, I think the signs are obviously Big Sam's obviously thrilled to be the manager. Been a lot of debate about whether he's the right man or not. But he's at least he's English. He's in charge. He's a guy who's waited a long time for the role. And he's 8-1 with Coral to win a major tournament at some stage in his reign. And we've seen the likes of Ericsson and Capello ultimately fail. Obviously, Roy Hodgson couldn't do it in 3 tournaments. Steve McLaren, failed to even get to the Euros. So I mean, there's an element to say actually, well, no one's no one's set the world on fire in the last 20 years.
No.
So give him a shot. Rooney looks like being the captain. I think it's all Ray. You played in England setups. It's all about getting the mentality of the players and the gel right.
Without a doubt, he's got the players.
Absolutely.
Sam, before we go on to racing and Formula One, of course Steve Bruce was interviewed. He didn't get it. He's now left Hull. Martin is one of the favourites to get that, and of course Davy Moyes at Sunderland. So first of all, Nick's Hull manager odds, and B, Sunderland to stay up.
Yeah, well, Hull, I mean, Giggs and Mike Phelan were the sort of joint favourites. It's been a big move for Steve McLaren, actually, into 4-1. They're all 4-1 co-favourites now. Giggs, Mike Phelan, McLaren. Neil Warnock, 92, guys. Oi. Yeah. Has he been on the phone, or
No.
he's been non-contactable? He's been having other conversations.
No, he keeps very stummed about it,
Exactly. So I mean, I'm sure. I don't know. You speak to him a lot. Is he up for another job? Is he?
Oh yes, without a doubt, absolutely. In fact, I'm surprised he's not been on you, but Goodwood, because he's, that's right up his street, the straw boat and stuff like that. But no, he will be up for another job. He's already said that to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, and Hull are 4-6 favourites to go down. Unfortunately, they're the shortest price of all the sides in relegation betting. They've got 10-11 at Burnley, 13-8 Middlesbrough, Sunderland 5-2 to go down. So effectively they're odds on to stay up. And clearly David Moyes in charge there. He's picked up a nice team who ended the season well. I'd be quite positive about their chance.
I would be positive. I just think the 3 coming up have got a hard job.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Yeah, just looking at forward to the horse race in Goodwood next week. But day one, I'm sure Nicola will be there. Nicola McGeady. Day one at the Galway Festival, Simon.
Yes, absolutely. But Nicola is over in Galway. I've never been able to make Galway because obviously always clashes with Loris Goodwood. But
take the milk thistle with you. Line the liver.
She's heading down. I'm not sure if she's doing all 5. I think she says she can only cope with 3. So I think she's doing the first 3 days, and then she's going to go back to home to Dundalk to recover. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to go, Ray. I really would. It's a great jumps festival. Dermot Weld, always dominates. But I'll be at Goodwood. Actually, tomorrow after racing, there's a cricket match. It's Lords. It's the Lords Taverners, featuring the likes of Gladstone Small, Paul Downton, Jason Dodd, the Southampton football player, ex-football player, he's playing. Paul Pritchard, the record run scorer for Essex. And they're playing against the Lord March 11, captained by Ed Dunlop. And I'll be featuring. You were there, Alan, I think.
Yes, I was there. Yes.
Although I'm not sure you remember much about it.
I was there. I remember it very well.
My Big Six.
You come in right at the end.
You do remember. Yeah.
Of course
but anyway,
I do.
It's after racing, and it's being played this year in memory of Alan Lee, the Times, famous Times journalist who sadly passed away this year or last year, and his children will be handing the trophy at the end. So it'll be great. Racing, the Lennox Stakes is the feature tomorrow. We've got Dutch Connection against Home of the Brave, Birchwood third favourite, Godolphin, all the front.
Godolphin flying at the moment, aren't they? Child Appleby, and also Mark Johnson. But you should not forget Mark Johnson at Goodwood.
No, you shouldn't. Yeah, Mark Johnson's been in the papers a lot in the last week, bemoaning the fact that there's ever any conversation at all about betting on Channel 4 Racing, which there's been rejected largely by various people. But
he's saying there's not enough, or there's too much.
He said there shouldn't be any.
Really? Well, I'm sorry. I would go the great respect to Mark. When I turn on Channel 4 and I want to bet, I'm like, hurry up, give me the odds.
Do you know what?
I don't think they bring them up enough.
You're absolutely right. I think people get confused with sitting around analysing the form as being betting chat. It's not. The betting chat is when you actually get told what the odds are and what price you can get about your horse, and is it fancied, is it drifting?
Well, where the punter, there's no racing.
Well, absolutely. Listen, God, this is brilliant, Alan. Yeah, absolutely. This is exactly what I've been saying. Betting funds the sport fundamentally, and it's a crucial part. But most people would not have an interest in a horse race unless they've had a bet.
And Simon, are you still riding? I know you done unbelievable to get to Cheltenham. Are you still carried that on, or you?
I love it when people bring that up. But I hadn't ridden for a while. But me and my daughter went out to Spain. We had 2 weeks just there, and there's a great riding stable. I think it's called Riding Fun in the Sun, and we ride across the Spanish countryside, cantering up hills, trotting. So I went 3 times, and I've got the bug back, so I'm looking for my next project. I haven't quite worked out what it's going to be, but yes, and I will be back in the saddle, Ray. Have you ever ridden?
I have. No, I did at Kempton Park. Park in a race between all the clubs. It was a good idea, to be fair. And it was, I think Neil Ruddock had a Shire horse. He had a big horse. God. Steve Lomas for Man City. I was Arsenal. Kerry Dixon was Chelsea. And we had a race for 2 furlongs. And I was scared out of my life. I couldn't stop the thing. I didn't know how to stop it.
Had you had any practice before you got on?
Well, we had a little bit of practice, but it was pretty scary.
I think you should get back on it.
I know, yeah, but I'll get Alan to have
we
a go.
We should have these charity races are very popular. We should have an ex-footballer's charity. Danny Murphy's talking about learning to ride.
Sure, he's been socialising lately. He's got no chance of getting on a horse.
You've only got to do 11 stone, right?
Come on now.
11 stone.
What? 11 stone? I don't know about
that. Simon, I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow,
Simon.
Simon Clare from Coral. You're not a horse scale.
No, seriously. I'll get it up in a minute. I'll show you.
8:30.
The Coral Daily Download on Talk Sport with Coral. Your best bet for breakfast. GambleAware.co.uk.